and it looks like Kyle borrowed somebody's AI Jakku.
Oh, is that's a new AI foil or?
Yes, those were given out to the top 16 players um, in the OCS playoffs. That was their
Ah,
exclusive top 16 foil.
fun.
Was a light side Jakku. So
All right.
uh, Werfs, Joe Olson, and Johnny Chu were the first to get them since they're attending the event. Everybody else's will be mailed out
So with Kyle
shortly.
being or I guess so this is Lenny's Jakku then. No, that's Kyle's Jakku. So he's probably borrowed it from Joe Olson then.
You
Would
would
be my
think.
guess. All right, so out there, those who are watching, can you hear us? This is Jerry and Chris Gogolin bringing commentary from Endor Grand Prix. Thanks for joining us. Looks like we're about to start. Lenny's starting You'll Be Dead, uh, and the other two map cards bow to the first order, and I will finish what you started. Looks like we got Brave Resistance, Walkling, and Strike Planning. Got us both loud and clear. Thanks, Cheddar Biscuits. Thanks everybody for making time out of your day to check out the Endor Grand Prix. This is game one. We got 7 more games after this to bring you, and then we'll bring you the top 8 tomorrow. We got a command and a leadership. First actions for both players. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see quite a few pulls in the early going here, both
So
from
we
both
got our
sides.
Admiral Radis. Yeah, we know Kyle can pull a couple generals or admirals with the strike planning. So you think Lenny's deck is pretty similar to the one he played last year here at Endor, the one he won the Endor Grand Prix with, the map with the troopers and the Imperial supplies and that kind of stuff?
I would think Lenny probably hasn't changed his decks too much since then. Just try and pull up his worlds list and just see what he did there. But I think it's probably going to be pretty similar to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's too many cards in set 10 that would have, modified the map deck too much. I like the foil Flip Falcon also in the old Allies deck. That's pretty sweet.
Yes.
There's like a bunch of foils out. So, all right, looks like both players pull their grabbers, and we'll see what Lenny comes up with on his first turn. Lenny doesn't usually run Starkiller base sites, so I usually expect him to play on Jakku, especially in this matchup. He's got the shuttle in his starting hand, and use the shuttle to pull Kylo. Looks like he's got the Kylo. We'll see if he also pulls the lightsaber. Yeah, that's the new foil Jakku, uh, Justin. The new foil AIs that went out to some of the top players. So, pretty
Yes.
sweet Jakku there for sure.
Justin, yours will be getting mailed out in the next couple of days.
Oh, nice. So we got the Kylo Ren onto the shuttle. We'll see if he goes with the lightsaber. Since he reruns the old school Kylo, not the EPP Kylo. I know some map decks have made the switch to the new Kylo.
Mm. Yes, this is going to be tough for the old Allies player to flip with Darkseid being able to cover so many Jakku sites and kind of wanting to play on Jakku themselves. Oh, Jerry, we got a camera.
Yeah, I decided to turn that on. I was gonna try to do it with both of us, but I think since I'm doing the screen share for your benefit, I don't think I can do that. So might as well at least get my pretty face on TV for 8 hours today.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, he's converting the Jakku. So now we don't get to see the beautiful Jakku system anymore. Now it's just crummy old dark side Jakku.
There's also a little bit of force choke there. If he starts converting locations, then old Allies might struggle a little bit with that as well.
Yeah. But then also you got the Brave Resistance. You know, if he just occupies those Jakku sites, then he gets more generation from them. So that could help a little bit.
That will help offset things, yes.
Yeah, this should be a fun matchup to watch. Should be very interactive, since really Jakku and the system are going to be the battlegrounds that are in play. So Lenny gets Dofeld up on the ship and moves the ship up. So he gets the first turn flip um, with getting Kylo down to the village with his lightsaber. That is a lightsaber, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And then you got the First Order character aboard the starship as well. So he was able to get the flip first turn.
Yeah, Lenny plays very aggressively with this map deck and almost always goes for the first turn flip to start leaning on his opponent.
I don't have that. So I was just talking to Hayes there, and so I kind of muted my mic. um, Hayes was wondering if he wanted to give me the deck lists, but I told him that we don't like having the deck lists for the commentators. It
Correct.
can give out too much information and allow the players who are actually playing, they can go back on their phones in between rounds and watch potentially the game that just happened and kind of get more information than they might have normally right to. So we play this as if we are, you know, just like one of the players in the tournament. We know what we see, and that's it. Lenny, not a top player. He's you know, he's got a major tournament, you know, in his trophy case, and some other top eights, I think. So he's definitely better than I am.
He did have a play-in game at
That's right. It was the play-in game
Worlds.
for the top for Worlds this year.
Yeah, he was. I think he was 9th and had to have a play-in game.
Hey Nick, good to see you. Thanks for having that little star next to your name. That means that you are a Twitch subscriber to the Star Wars channel.
Is
We
that
appreciate
what that means?
Yeah. So, we definitely like those. Oh, okay. I get where you guys are going with that. Because he doesn't have the AI Jakku. I don't know. Is there a dark side foil AI for Jakku? Or is it just the light side?
Not that I'm aware of. Yeah.
Hey, Batmouse. Good to see you, Batmouse.
Why is a Batmouse there? Everybody else from California
Yeah,
went.
right? I mean, he should be here. This is on his coast. All right, so we're still kind of seeing what Kyle's going to do during his first turn. You know, a lot of times they like to put like General Calrissian and Rey onto the Falcon and either keep it on the ground or pilot it up to the system. But with him already occupying the system, you know, it could be interesting. So there's the Calrissian.
Yeah, and Lenny can easily afford the finalizer to back it up. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, he can just afford it because
Yeah, I was to say
it
it'd be
cost
pretty
9.
close because since he doesn't run any of the Star Killer sites, he can sometimes be a little more force choked with this deck. But then he runs the Imperial Supplies, like 4 or 5 copies of Imperial Supply, which allows him to kind of burst through some of those choky turns.
Right, and that's what catches you by surprise sometimes too. With you know, if they're thinking to yourself, you only have 9 force to work with.
Yeah, you kind of prepare differently, knowing okay, well he can't deploy the finalizer. Oh wait, he can deploy the finalizer. Like kind of can be
right. Exactly. Yeah.
And usually, I've watched him play this deck a few times. He only usually ends up playing 1 or 2 of the Imperial Supplies, and then just pitches the rest of Force Drains. And it's kind of heavy grabber bait too. If you grab that card, you're in for a bad day. Oh, cool. Yeah, thank you, Adam, for letting me know that. I had so much going on this morning. I think I did forget to change the title of the stream in the settings. So let me go back and do that. Appreciate your help there. I had a lot of lights and mics and cords to set up this morning, so I was a little preoccupied.
We'll forgive you just this once.
Thank you, guys. All right, that should be updated now. Thank you, Adam, for letting me know that. Yeah, let me know if that doesn't update for you guys, but it should be good.
I guess the other thing to keep an eye on, is there a site layout for Jakku? It's just Ray's hut at the one end and everything else at the other?
I know the encampment can't be separated from um, one of the sites, right? Is that because I believe it made the map versus Old Allies matchup quite difficult for Old Allies. So when they changed it up or whatever, I know they did something to it. Um, Basically, I know that the encampment can't be separated from the other site that light side starts. The the village or whatever the other one here in the middle is. I'm pretty sure that's the rule, but
That sounds familiar.
other
then
than that,
the
I
other
think you can
sites.
put them anywhere.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can find that ruling while we're chatting.
So Kyle's got his stacked site with Poe Dameron and Calrissian, and Rose is actually out, so she can do her retrieval trick. Um, Lenny should be able to control space and then maybe set up a beatdown.
He's going to get the finalizer out and
So he
kind of
does get the
hold
finalizer.
serve.
So that's pretty much both of his spaceships. I doubt he runs too many other spaceships in this deck.
Yeah, typically map, that's about all you'll see unless they're doing the Alert My Star Destroyer start,
Yeah,
which he
sometimes
wasn't.
you'll see
So
some chimeras or some conquests or whatever.
yeah, it looks like the site layout is just Ray's encampment, the outpost, shipyard, and then all the other exterior sites. So.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, then the outposts and then the Ray's encampment. They have to be because you could kind of end up stranding Ray at her encampment. If you were a dark side Jakku player, you could put
Right.
yours is right in the middle there and really kind of separate her from the Falcon, and then she wouldn't be able to get on the Falcon.
Mhm.
All right. So he's gonna actually land the shuttle back down so that Kylo has some more assistance there.
Also, shout out to Cam. Thanks for posting all the photos so far this morning of everything that's been going on.
Oh, I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah, there's a nice few pictures of people around the room and kind of seeing all the players and
Yeah, cool.
what's been set up there.
Yeah, I posted the picture last night at the team tournament with the Brian Squared team was the winner of the team tournament. Brian Fred and Brian Mishke. They got some pretty sweet looking coffee mugs for the team tournament prize. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I love those coffee mugs. They're
Yeah, they look real nice.
one of the favorite prizes.
Yeah, they looks quite good, quite good. So, congrats to those guys for taking home the team tournament. Brian Fred still winning games, even though he's so curmudgeon-y about this set 10 thing or whatever. So he still plays a good game of Star Wars. So
Yes. Now, did he play the Rops deck last night, or was that Mishke
he was
playing
light
Rops?
side. He played Hitco, and
Okay.
Brian Mishke played Rops. So Rops was the winning dark side deck for the team tournament. Yeah, I saw
Overall,
a couple good decks from the team tournament. I saw a Senate deck that was running Jedi Business in the nightclub. That looked pretty neat. We got Dash and Rogue 10 going to the 2/2 Jakku site. I imagine he'll probably reinforce that with another. Oh, maybe he's taking that back. I think he's going to use Rose's text before he deploys or something. He pointed to Rose. But then Lenny just plays "Come here, you big coward," and then it's all good. Good one, Justin. Okay, so there's the dash in Rogue 10 or Rogue 12. Did we ever change the title of that to Rogue 12?
I don't know whether that ever
I was
got
pretty
done
sure
or
that
not
was
because
someone pointed that out. I think it was Hantasori pointed that out that he never piloted Rogue 10. It was Rogue 12 or a different number of Rogue. Okay, so Kyle, I see he has a sight in his hand. He's going to convert the tunnel village.
now he's force choking dark side back a little bit.
Does that
But
increase the amount he
there's
could be force drained though, or is it a -1
if
on
he's
that one?
flipped, if he's flipped now, he can reduce it. So
That's true. Yeah, he is. He is flipped now. So
yeah, it's if you control 2 Jakku battlegrounds, he can. So if he stays out there with dash,
and that's
look,
Rogue One. Is that what that ship is?
yeah, that looks like that's Rogue One.
Okay.
I can't see who the pilot was though.
It looks
A
like
white
it's
border
just
alien.
yeah.
Is that Solo?
It could be Solo. It is a
No,
white bordered.
Solo would have an icon.
Maybe is it Chewie? Like white bordered Hoth Chewie?
Boshek.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Maybe the new virtual Boschek. I didn't get a chance. If anybody saw the pilot that joined Dash in Rogue 10, please let us know in chat.
But just watching the stream now, it's the camera is very crisp, and with the lighting we have now, there's really no glare on the table at all. So
Yeah.
awesome job to you guys setting this up. And
Okay, John Michael says it was Boschek. So new virtual set 10 card in there.
there we go.
No, yeah, the lighting setup, well, it was a little bit of a new setup for me to get going. Brendan, Killer Kiwi, he helped me out a lot getting it going, but it looks fantastic. And the glare issue, which we had kind of a hard time with at Worlds, is now, basically non-existent. So, looks like we got a foil Captain Phasma coming out. I wonder if that was pulled with Hux. And this one, my guess was he used Hux to pull a Stormtrooper and get Phasma. So we'll see if Lenny is able to set up a beatdown at that 2-2 Jakku site, because that's definitely what his trooper map deck likes to do. Oh, he's going for the other site. So that's
He's
FN
going after the Falcon.
2003. Or is that
That's
2199?
that's the one who cancels game text.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, he's just gonna move Kylo over.
Okay, so he's just going for the block now. I mean, he's the one doing the damage. He's not really taking too much back, and if battle order's already out, so
it's
Kyle
Phasma,
would have to pay.
Kylo, and FN. He moved during deploy? How did he do
Oh,
that?
he Lieutenant Mataka lets you relocate.
Oh, that's right. Doffeld makes you do that. So yeah, he relocated him with that. Okay. He is going to battle this turn, yeah. So yeah, he wants to get Rose off the table also, so we'll probably end up shooting at her.
I was gonna say he can hit her, cancel her text if necessary. I don't think FN can cancel guys inside ships. That would be stupid.
I think they have to be present.
Yep, character present.
So now Lenny is playing command. Just gonna get grabbed to grab a Grievous from reserve deck. Foil Grievous along with foil Phasma. Lenny's got all the foils.
Yeah, those are the online play foils from 2017 and 2018.
Okay, yeah. See, I have the Phasma, but I don't have the Grievous. I think I missed online play weekend last year. And there's the Imperial Supply, which we did mention was sort of a part of his deck. He's going to use that to lose a force and activate 4.
And he loses as an Imperial Supply to play an Imperial Supply.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's honestly exactly what you want to do, probably. And that's going to give him a lot more burst to be able to put that Grievous down, maybe another Trooper. He's going to transfer the weapon over to Phasma, I think, from Kylo. I think both
Yeah.
weapons were on Kylo first. So that was a lightsaber swing at Rose. She's hit. And he's going to sniper dark strike her out of the battle.
He's going all in pretty heavy
He's
here,
going
and
for it, yeah.
he can shoot at the Falcon too with the Super
The
Blaster.
Trooper Blaster will, yeah, can shoot at the Falcon.
Destiny +2, greater than defense value.
And then, but the maneuver on that with Calrissian, does Calrissian add to the maneuver at all?
He does, but is he a pilot? Oh, no,
I
Radis
think
is the
it's,
passenger. Okay,
I think it's
yeah, it's him
Radis as a
and Poe.
passenger, and Poe and Calrissian are the pilots.
So I think it's only a 5. It's maneuver 5. It'd be +1, and it'd be 6 with Lando.
So yeah, not hard, not that hard to hit.
Actually, Lando only adds when he's piloting
Lenny
a
just
freighter.
played a surprise, and then a blast points because he had a trooper shoot a blaster during battle, so you can add a destiny.
Yeah.
Blast points. So we got a Kylo for a destiny, a trooper for a destiny, and now it's another trooper. But all those are all +1 because of Hux. So I think that's a 2, a 3, and another 3.
The generic troopers would be a 4 with Hux.
Oh, that's right. They're 4s, yeah. Okay. I think it was one generic trooper, one of the named troopers.
And then another Kylo, it looks like. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess he opted not to shoot because it would have been a 6 he'd been shooting at.
All right, but yeah, the low attrition there. He's not gonna
Yeah,
end up
not that
clearing
great of
more than
attrition.
Radis, I don't think. But he does have a lot of power there because of all the characters with the Phasma, the Grievous, the Kylo, and the Trooper. You know, he does have. I'm sure he outpowers him by a decent amount because that Falcon
Definitely.
should only be power 9.
Yeah, it's definitely outpowered, and it looks like he has 8 total with the modifiers.
Has Kyle drawn his 2 Battle Destinies yet?
I think Kyle's still adding, trying to figure out maybe he needs to subtract from something or.
Oh, he has to lose a
objective.
force to draw Destiny because map is flipped.
Oh,
He doesn't have
right.
to pay for it. He drew a Chewie and a Corellian Corvette, which I believe are both
Ouch.
1s. So that's going to clear a trooper. Hey, Ketwall, thanks for joining us. We got halfway through probably this first game between Kyle Kruger and Lenny Rubin.
Yeah, definitely.
Lenny is playing supply map, yeah.
Definitely going in Lenny's favor right now.
Yeah, this battle, even though Lenny didn't draw super high with his 3 destinies, the fact that Kyle drew 2 1s is really... and he had to lose 2 force just to draw those 2 1s. Like...
Yeah.
Because of the map objective. I guess we didn't check to see who the resistance agent is for light side. I would assume Rey, but she's not on the table, so I'm... So Lenny's going to lose Grievous. And Kyle loses Calrissian.
I don't think Lando covers it. I think he's got to lose somebody else too.
I think he might have to lose Lando and Radis, yeah.
Unless he's subtracted with the
Calrissian
objective.
does, I think, cover the attrition. Or at least close to it.
If he's
But
subtracted
not
with
the
the
battle
objective.
damage. Oh, the resistance agent was Rose. That's why he sniped her. Okay, thanks, Justin. I don't know if we ever picked up on that. So he named Rose his resistance agent, and then when Lenny sniped the Rose off the table, that flipped him and caused him, since Kyle didn't have any force save, he was going to have to lose 2 force to draw those 2 destinies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's certainly...
And then he's going to have to lose 2 force to Kylo Ren, because Kylo Ren won the battle.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, like I said, this is going to snowball for Lenny here pretty soon. Because now, light side, they're gonna have to try to going to space for them is gonna have to be real hard.
Yeah, they lost some key guys. They lost a couple
They
of
lost the
ships
Raddus,
already.
they lost the Corvette. Um, so yeah, I think Lenny's got this one, barring anything super crazy that we haven't foreseen yet. Yeah, I would say this one's probably, a matchup that favors map in general. It does kind of depend on who can get going faster, and Lenny plays this map deck pretty aggressively and pretty swiftly with the Imperial supplies, and he's been playing this deck pretty consistently for a couple of years now, so he knows what it does and what it can and can't do. So we got Solo joining Poe. I imagine they'll move somewhere, not not to face off against that big pile.
Yeah, looks like Kyle doesn't really have much of a hand either. So
Okay, he's going to use Brave Resistance, I think, to get another copy of Rose. So that'll be his resistance agent at least.
I was wondering when somebody was going to point out that there's an extra E in Kyle's name that we're missing, but thanks, Tom. Way to wake up and join us.
um, Spelling has never been my strong suit, so I'm pretty sure I spelled Mishki's name wrong last night when I posted about the team tournament. Um, so I do apologize for any spelling mistakes. I can change that though if you really. See, for
Got
some
some
reason I
cards
thought I used to
from.
spell it with the extra E, and then he corrected me that there wasn't an extra E, but maybe you're right. I'll take Tom's word for it. He's on his team. They're on Team 5 together.
Yeah, there's like 9 guys on that team 5, so I don't know. They got to change their name.
Yeah, it's like when the Big Ten had 11 teams or whatever. So we got Ray. Use Ray's use file search, and I imagine he'll move Ray over to the Falcon. Join the rest of the crew. We have not seen a Tantive, Tom. Kyle has a Rogue One that's on the ground, and then he lost a Corellian Corvette off the top. Um, but we haven't seen a Tantive yet. Tantive will be key because I mean, Jakku is locked down with the finalizer and Hux and PV and the Kylo Ren shuttle. So the only other place he's going to be able to go to space. Okay, he's going up up there to deal with that. I mean, it is three of the best pilots that Lightside has with Rey, Poe, and Han. But it's still just 2 Destiny, and you're adding 1 to your total.
It's actually 3.
I guess yeah,
Solo
because you
adds
get
1 with Ray.
yeah, that's right. Solo adds 1 with Rey. Yeah, so it would be 3 Destiny. So maybe Kyle's thinking he's gonna have to get you know some Battle Destinies higher than 9 or 10 to get around the finalizer's immunity.
Right. And you already grabbed the command, so
Yeah.
that should limit Lenny's ability to play those.
And the
Not too
very
much, but
first thing Kyle did in this game was play a Rebel leadership, although he wouldn't be able to use that with any of the characters he has aboard the Falcon yet, because yeah, he lost the Raddus.
no.
That's what it was. So we'll
Oh,
see if
we see a Hujix combo in his hand as well that would add a 4th Destiny if he thinks there's no command.
yeah, Tom Rose is the resistance agent. So this is 4 strains and you'll be dead damage. So Anakin's lightsaber, the new one.
Drain for a whole bunch of low Destiny cards. That's the downside to a deck like Old Allies is, it's got some decent characters and decent interrupts and things like that, but it plays so many of them that when you need to draw high to beat an 8 or a 10 immunity.
Yeah, like since you don't run any location pullers or sort of like cards that you can cycle real easily, Rose is good as a Destiny 5, but yeah, you're right, there isn't a ton of cyclable high Destiny cards for the Old Allies deck.
Oh, we can see Kylo getting relocated again.
That text is strong on the Mitaka.
It's very strong in this matchup, where there's just resistance characters all over the place.
Yeah. So he's going to relocate Kylo, and I think I saw that he had one of the royal guards in his hand. I couldn't tell if it was Min or Kier, but I think it was
Look like
Min.
Min.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he can take another shot and hit Rose again and
Get her off
get
the
her
table.
back off the table.
There's Min. Use Min's game text to play another shield, because he was shield busted up to this point.
Yes.
With Coward, Battle Order, Firepower, and the Grabber. So now he's got secret plans. As a free shield from Min. And then
We currently up to 26 viewers, so thank everybody for joining us this morning or this afternoon.
yeah, I think it's still almost the morning. Still morning time for us here in Seattle. So. Hey, what's up, Hayes?
I don't want to give anything away,
Mm-hmm.
but Luke did not convert to the dark side.
Oh, yeah?
Definitely 818
Oh, really?
as a result of an epic duel.
Oh, we have someone out there playing Epic Duel? Is that what you're telling me? We got to get that game on stream. So Hayes, the tournament director, just popped out in the hallway and told me we have someone playing dueling with Epic Duel.
Random meta note, lots of vehicles all over the place, both sides.
Vehicles like speeders and AT-ATs.
Vehicles are extremely prevalent right now.
Okay. So Hayes telling me in the first game we've got, in terms of meta-wise, vehicles are everywhere. So we'll see. We have kind of a normal matchup here.
Nobody's playing like my father before me or Jedi
Nobody's playing like My Father Before Me or Jedi
Luke.
Luke. So hey, maybe we all just did Cam a favor and said, hey, no Jedi Lukes.
That last part may or may not be true.
I had a feeling you might have been BSing with me there, Mr. Hayes. Okay. Hey, is that you, Danny? Thanks for joining us, Danny. He's a local Colorado player. He's piping in on the stream. All right. So, what happened in that battle? I was kind of talking to Hayes at the time. Looks like Rose got lost and Min got lost, but other than that,
Yep,
it looks about
not
the
too
same.
much. Not too much happened there. Nothing terribly exciting. The objective just flipped back and to the 7 side with Rose off the table, but dark side continues to just press their advantage, and
Yeah.
so yeah, Tanev would be huge. Obviously, it does help light side because they convert the
Yeah.
system into a battleground for a period of time, and then they move away and leave dark side stranded at a
Looked to me
non-battleground.
like Lightside's hand didn't have any ships in it. Like
Yeah.
Anakin, Wedge, and Leia, I think I saw as characters, but
He's got a Hujix and some type of weapon.
yeah,
I don't know if that
Hujix, and it
was-
looked like yeah, I couldn't tell what kind of weapon it was, but or a device.
Set of-
Maybe it was a rebel flight suit. Might have been something like that.
Could be some type of starship weapon. Just
True. Guess you can put. Can you put intruder missiles on the Falcon?
you can.
Yeah, that's always a good one. Looks like Lenny is stacking a close call on the I will finish what you started card with his objective. It's a good one to be able to play at any time you want from your lost pile. It's a close call. Although there is more cancelers for it now.
There are, but we've already seen at least 1 or 2 rescues go off the top
Yeah.
to battle damage and force drains. So
So yeah, he's probably not running 3 of those. Okay, so I'm thinking that's just a reserve deck verify that we saw. Okay, so now it's Kyle's turn, and he's got to figure out if there's anything he can do to try to get back in this. Because, he's definitely taken more damage, and his board presence is not as strong as what Lenny has.
He's checking power right now. It should be 18, and then it's immune to less than 10.
The Destinies didn't look that great.
I think if one of those cards in his deck was Rose, then it should be
Okay.
2/5/5.
2/5/5, which would be enough to get over the immunity of the finalizer, which is that.
Yeah.
That's really all you need. So I can't tell if Lenny has 2/4 saved. If he has 2/4 saved, he would be able to play another command to limit. If he was able to limit Lightside's
Yes.
Destinies, that would be almost GG. If
Yeah.
Lightside battled,
And that should certainly keep.
yeah.
Kyle's already behind, so
It
he
looks
obviously
like
has to.
Lenny has 2/4 saved, honestly, just from what I can kind of see.
Yeah. And if not, he can always play an Imperial
True,
Supply
if he
to
has a
activate
supply.
enough to do it.
Yeah.
So that is always the tricky part where
Lenny has on the finalizer the Kylo Ren shuttle, General Hux, and Captain Peavy. Pretty standard stack on the finalizer.
mhm. Yeah. Oh, and that was a Rebel flight suit.
Well, it was the Rebel flight suit. Okay.
Yeah. So if you could put that out and then use that to
To
cancel
cancel the command.
the command,
Yeah.
that would
Except
be.
doesn't that have to go on a Rebel? And none of the pilots that are up there currently are Rebels.
I don't know if the virtual one does or not. Let's take a look. Deploy on Rebel or Resistance
Or Resistance. Okay. Wasn't sure. So it's yeah, it can go on the Resistance guys. Then yeah, you can just put it on Poe Dameron and you'll be fine.
pilot. Yep. And then he can draw those 3 Destiny, and he'll get the shuttle and both pilots, I think. If it was 2/5/5,
4, yeah.
but then that'll actually force Lenny into a position where he's now has to think about moving guys up off the ground to keep
Looks like
the
he's gonna
finalizer alive.
battle on the ground against Kylo with Boshek, Dash, and Rogue 10. And I think he put Big Dick Wedge on the Rogue One.
He did to cancel the battle Destiny, it looks like.
They both draw 5s. Will that force Lenny to lose 2 force? Yep, he was losing 2 force because he doesn't have Spectre out.
Right. So he's got to lose 2 and Kylo because he's outpowered.
Yeah, broke the immunity of Kylo. So that was decently good for Kyle with the Big Dick Wedge canceling the Destiny, so he didn't have to lose anything. Lenny should be flipped back at this point since since the Resistance agent is out. Rose is at a battleground, so. And now
Yep.
Kylo is also off the table, so.
So he couldn't play the close call to subtract from that Destiny because Rose came back out and
Yep.
flipped him again. And he's got the Hujix in hand, so he's not afraid of just leaving Rose there by herself for a little bit.
Yep. There's another
Oh, he is
command. Good to see that from Lenny's deck, so maybe he doesn't have one in hand.
He
I think he just drew that for Destiny.
he battled in space, and he was solo to play the all wings from the lost pile for the
So he
For one of his
spun
Destinies.
for a high number, and then drew the other one. So yeah, that
Yep.
should clear. Like we said, it did clear everything except for the actual finalizer. And then Dash and Rogue 10 will move over to Rose's location, and then Big Dick Wedge on Rogue 1 will fly up. So
And Kyle did a very good job of clawing his way back into the game.
Yeah.
That is one of the downsides to Lenny's version of this deck, is because it is so aggressive that it can fizzle out toward the
Yeah.
later games if you can just
Its
kind of weather the
mid-game
storm.
Definitely isn't as strong for sure. But we'll see if just he still looks like he has a big advantage in terms of life force. Just looking at his force and reserve deck compared to what Kyle has on his side, it just looks like he's got a nice 10 or 15 card advantage.
Definitely, but he's now going to get into the position where he's going to start running out of ways to do damage.
And I think he only has like a 1-card hand right now. I think his hand is like Admiral Ozzel or something. I can't decide which character that is, but he's got one character in his hand. It might even just be another copy of Mitaka or something.
Looks like it's Snoke.
Snoke. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So it is actually at least a decent character, and
Mhm.
he'll be able to retrieve if he decides to.
He'll get a use pile pull out of it, and he can at least take a shot at trying to get Rose back off the table.
Yeah, because Rose being the resistance agent, he wants her off the table.
Yeah, just to keep her from flipping as well. So, from retrieving rather.
Yeah.
And he'll cause a little bit of force loss when he battles there.
So it's a trooper that he pulled, and he's contemplating putting the trooper down with Snoke.
Just a trooper to satisfy a low destiny draw.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's contemplating whether or not he wants to.
I was gonna say Snoke's immune to less than 8, so
Yeah, he's just going to put the trooper with the rest of his dudes and transfer the gun to that.
looks like they got about 20 minutes left in the round as well. So
Okay, and then looks like he just shuttled up. Was that Phasma and Mitaka? So yeah, whoever was there at the village got shuttled up. I'm pretty sure it's Phasma, a trooper, and Mitaka. FN 2003 and Phasma, so you get the extra destiny, and then a pilot for the finalizer. Yeah, but honestly, I mean, Kyle could still have a chance here. Now that he's got the space looking much more in his favor. I'm not sure if Kyle runs the Tantive, but
yeah, it seems to me like Lenny's just kind of doing it as just like a band-aid, trying to slow down, force Lightside to commit more cards to space into this battle, and let him continue to just kind of grind things out on the ground for another turn or two. Because Kyle only has about like 12 cards left, it looks like.
yeah. But I mean, if Lenny doesn't, yeah, because I mean, all of a sudden the board position looks like identical, whereas 2 turns ago it was
Right.
so in Lenny's favor.
Yeah, and Kyle's got Anakin in hand that he could possibly. He's not going to add Anakin. I'm going to say he could put Anakin down, and then he'd be able to even cancel a Destiny with Wedge, and plus make all his draws +1. But looks like he's not going to do that, and he's just going to battle and draw some cards instead.
Yeah, so he drew a Leia, a leadership, and another copy of Poe, I think.
Yeah, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8 for a total.
And looks like Lenny got a 5 and a 4. I think it's a blast points and a command.
Yeah. Now Rogue One can hold 2 pilots, right?
Rogue One can hold 2 pilots, yeah.
I'm just wondering if it would have been worth it to put Anakin there, and then he would have been able to cancel a Destiny with Wedge, and
Right.
plus add additional power to his own Destiny
Yeah.
draws.
Yeah.
And he might have just cleared that whole system right for now.
Yes, I wonder if Kyle hasn't had enough force to pay for all that. But he probably would have.
So now he's got to lose 9, which will be Wedge in the ship, I guess.
He lost Han.
Oh, it's going to be Han instead. Yeah.
I mean, I guess he already used Han's game text, but Han was adding a Destiny since Ray was there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna move away. Looks like Kyle's gonna land the Falcon.
And I'm sure the guys in chat are very confused right now as to what's going on.
Yeah. So Kyle lands the Falcon, flips it back to being a vehicle. Looks like on the Rogue One we still have Poe with the flight suit and Wedge on Rogue One. So that's two Destiny and canceling a Destiny because they're both on Rogue One.
Hmm.
Um, and then he's
Yeah,
just
Kyle's
gonna
going to spread.
spread out. So now Kyle's got his resistance agent out, and he can use Rose retrieval. He's got the Falcon with, I think that's Rey on the Falcon. And then he still has Boshek and Dash and Rogue 10 facing off against Snoke and the Trooper. So he'll have to lose one force during Lenny's turn to You'll Be Dead, but other than that, that's all the damage that Lenny is doing. It's just that one.
Yep.
Another Mataka for free on the finalizer from Lenny. I think he's going to battle against that, make him lose a force. He loses a Thoreau net. Plays Trooper Assault to make the Trooper immune to attrition and power +2. And then draws a force push for Destiny. Oh,
He shot with the
that was
gun.
to shoot the Dash in Rogue 10, hasn't it? Okay, so yeah, that was to shoot the Dash in Rogue 10. Looks like that's a hit on the vehicle. Draws an Imperial Supply and a Rescue in the Clouds. So, immune. Lenny's completely immune to all that, and I'm guessing he outpowered him with the Trooper Assault and drawing, a 4 for Destiny.
4, 5, 6, 7. He should be at 11.
And the Dash in Rogue 10 is power 5 +2 from Boshek.
And then a 5.
And
So
a
maybe
5.
like a card
Yeah,
overflow
pretty
or
similar.
a tie. Yeah.
So that gets rid of Dash and Rogue 10 and Boshek. Kyle still has the Hujix and one other card in hand.
Yep. Should still be Anakin.
Yeah, that's right. Hujik and Anakin.
Ooh, we're up to 30 people watching now, which is more people than are playing in the tournament. Awesome.
Heck yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching. We got Game 1 of Endor Grand Prix. We got Kyle Kruger, Light Side Old Allies, Lenny Rubin, Dark Side Map. We got 7 more games to bring you after this one. I've heard that there's an epic dueling deck out there that converted Luke, or I guess he decided not to convert Luke and lost 18 force. I've heard Light Side and Dark Side vehicle decks are both really popular in this first game, so I think we'll have a pretty interesting meta. Definitely much different with the set 10 cards added. Seen a couple of set 10 cards here with Boshek and I feel like there was one other one that I saw. Oh yeah, the lightsaber. Anakin's lightsaber was in the light side deck.
And a couple of other interesting Game 1 matchups that we'll try and get some updates on when this one resolves. Most notably, Johnny Chu and Brian Mishke were paired off playing against each other.
That's a good matchup.
You also have
that one could have been on stream.
Harpster and Werps were also paired up, which
That's funny.
I'm sure they were really happy about when that was announced. And,
hey, Justin. Thanks for joining us.
Phil and Erisman.
Oh, Phil and Erisman. That's a good one, too. Yeah, Justin, you haven't missed too much. This is, we're about probably 75% of the way through Game 1.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a back and forth battle between these two decks, with Light Side kind of falling behind early, but then kind of rallying back a little bit here now and trying to see if they can claw back into it.
I think Dark Side still is ahead by about 8 or 10 cards, just because it looks like Kyle's piles have, such little left in them. But he has really, the last few turns, Kyle has taken this from what looked like he was going to lose to at least maybe, there's still some contention here. So he draws the Rescue in the Clouds, and then Lenny close calls the Rescue in the Clouds. That's kind of funny.
To make him redraw it. Yep.
Yeah, this is Lenny playing Lenny's deck. He's played this for a while now, and he's very good with it. So yeah, he got off to a good start, but Kyle was able to clear off a lot of the space stuff that Lenny had, and that's kind of turned it back. Lenny.deck.
Yep. And it looks like they're tied in power, I think, and the finalizer does have some immunity, so it looks like it's going to really just be a push there.
Yep. And then Kyle's going to have to lose to the drain and the You'll Be Dead damage.
That
So
definitely
that
did
close
not.
call did really hurt because he didn't have another draw to redraw on there. But I mean, I'm sure Kyle had to draw or had to activate down to that point just so he could deploy the things he needed to deploy because he has no force left. So
Lenny's got a couple of twos in there.
yeah, clunky. And without General Hux, those twos are not as good.
Yeah, it's Mitaka on the finalizer. I'm not sure if he used a flight suit already. Because it is a once per game,
he
I
might
believe,
have been
right?
able to cancel the close call with the flight suit. So that's FN 2199, a First Order Stormtrooper, and Kylo Ren coming down. They're going to try to get rid of Rose again, get that Resistance Agent off the table. And for those who are just joining us, the Resistance Agent is Rose for light side. Everybody's favorite character from The Last Jedi. Yep, here comes a trooper beatdown. We'll see. I mean, Anakin, Rose, and the Falcon are pretty hard to... Hey, Werfs. Looking good, man. Yeah. I mean, we haven't got any comments that it's bad quality. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining us. Let us know if you think the stream is looking good. We spent a little bit of money on lights, and everything looks... The glare, I remember at Worlds, was such an issue. So yeah, no glare.
Oh, yeah.
And the foils look all cool with the... Yeah, so...
The quality is definitely pretty outstanding. Oh, Mr. Gem joining us as well.
Oh, hey, Mike Gem. We got Chris Werfs. So you're right there.
Hey, guys.
So these are all
It
the
looks
we had 31 viewers at one point. I think it's gone down to...
Kyle was like, I subtract 2 when he got his speeder shot.
Yeah.
He's like, I subtract. Oh, no, I don't.
And like last time they had a battle where he had the flight suit and Lenny played a close call. We were wondering if he could have canceled the close call with the Rebel flight suit.
Maybe hard to use it.
Yeah, I might have. But here comes Lenny's trooper beatdown on that.
Yeah, Kyle's pretty low in life force.
Yeah, we could tell I mean, that looks like about 8 or 9 cards.
Worfs, did you loan Kyle the Jakku foil, or is that Joe's?
Worst, did you loan the Jakku foil to Kyle, or is that
Probably
Joe Olson?
Yeah, and Ryan Searson he was an OCS.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even open mine. I don't even know what else is in there. I just know the one card is a Jakku.
So looks like Rose is going to leave the table, so that's the Resistance Agent.
We should preview I should bring you a couple of those foils that the top 9 are getting.
Oh, yeah?
Show them on the camera.
Yeah. That would be...
You want to show
Yeah,
everybody?
we could definitely do that. I'd be stoked. So apparently Worst is going to show off the foils. What's up, Cam?
Yeah, I spoiled them on Monday during my
Oh, did you? Oh, that's right.
weekly show, but a lot of people kind of missed that, so I'm sure
Hey, we got
these
Cam
guys
in
would
the
appreciate.
house. Everybody say hi to Cam.
Who's hanging out?
We've got this guy. I think he's a California guy, right? We got Joe,
It's Cam.
Tom. We got Justin. We got Mike Jim. Uh, Justin Desai has been in here. So Cat Wall says hi to Cam. How'd your first game go?
I lost.
You
to
lost?
Brian
Brian
Fred.
Fred. All right. Well, he's pretty good. What we were playing light
Can't-
side?
You can't feel too bad about a loss to Brian.
No. Were you playing light side or dark side?
I was playing light side.
Light side. All right. So you've got dark side next game.
Yeah, feeling better about that one.
Yeah. It seems like most people are favoring their dark sides.
Yeah.
So
It's funny. There's so many people who were. It seemed like we're having issues coming up with cards or decks for light side or for dark side, but at least Ryan and I and Clay, we had like 5 dark side decks. And
okay. So
having issues picking a light side. So.
I think that's kind of where I'm at. I think I was pretty satisfied with my dark side decks if I was going to be playing today. But all right. Well, thanks for joining us for a second, Cam.
I'll drop by again.
Drop by again. So one thing I wanted to show you that Worf's brought me was the foils. We've got the Mustafar Vader's Castle foil.
Top 9.
This will be top 9.
Winner of Consolation.
Winner of Consolation.
There's one more.
And one other.
Team. I think the team.
Team. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I gave it to him.
And then we have the Octo site. So pretty cool.
Yep. Vader's Castle and Luke's Hut are the 2 we're giving away.
The new games are Vegas Dice,
Vegas Dice
this, and Space Base.
and Space Base. I saw you guys playing Space Base last night. So
Space Base.
Space Base was
This is what you're
played.
missing, 'cause
This is what you're missing if you guys aren't playing at the Endor Grand Prix.
Johnny Chu, we're auctioning off spots to play Terraforming Mars with Johnny Chu.
We're auctioning off a spot to play Terraforming Mars with Johnny Chu.
Not really.
Okay.
But he's super excited. When he came, he couldn't stop talking about it. Because he and his wife have been playing it
Okay.
stop at home. So he's like, he's going to play board games tonight no matter what.
Nice. Well,
He's like, that's why.
I say getting Johnny to stay up late and play a board game, that's impressive in
Yeah.
and of itself. So
right.
So,
With all the expansions or just the base game?
all the
All
expansions,
the expansions.
including the new one.
he's got a close call.
Yeah. So,
But the finalizer did go down, did get taken down this battle, so that could certainly change things.
That would be good. Okay, so the finalizer was cleared. And so now Lightside has control of space, but I just wonder if it's going to be enough time for... Because we got to be getting close to time on rounds, right?
They got about 5 minutes left if I'm watching the clock right.
Okay, Gogolin says we got about 5 minutes left, so... Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're about 4 minutes away from the round ending. If I had to guess, he said 10:25 is when they started. So if it's nearly 11:25 here locally.
Yep, so now he's got to lose 2 for losing the battle, and he's got to lose Anakin, and now it's just Rey and the Falcon.
Darkseid does look up on Force.
Yeah, Darkseid. Kyle's got less than 10 cards left, so
Hey TV, thanks for the compliments there. We've definitely tried to improve the stream, get rid of the glare issues, and I think we've definitely succeeded in creating a much clearer picture for this Endor stream. So this will be the
I'm
first time
certainly
we set
excited
it up. Yeah, the cards look nice, and thanks to Brandon, the Killer Kiwi, the guy who's also doing the documentary. He knows what he's doing when it comes to setting up lights and stuff, and he definitely was instrumental in helping me get this going up. So. And the sound is good too. All right. Well, hey, that was all me. So I'll take the credit.
You should record a little video with him setting up the lighting and stuff like that, so we can just save it for future events. Be like,
Yeah,
this is what
well,
Brandon
see,
did
I'm
last
just
time.
gonna hold the PC hostage. Like, well, I'm the only one who knows how to do it, so you just gotta fly me out to all the events.
We
Just
can make
hold
that
them
happen.
hostage. Actually, it really wasn't even that hard. And what Brandon did was nice. He showed me how to do one of the box lights, and then he made me do the second one. So now I know how to do it.
Excellent.
Yeah. He's a forceful man, that guy.
And then pass on what you have learned, young one.
Yes. Pass on all of my failures. All right. So, with them getting pretty close to the round here, I'm sure it's just about seeing if Lenny can keep his card advantage and not
Yeah. Kyle's got like 5 cards left now.
Kyle has such light force, and we can tell just from Lenny's piles that he's got cards.
Oh, nice. Angelo's watching on his big screen at home with his feet up. He posted a photo on Facebook.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Angelo.
He's got it up on the TV, and he's got his feet up on the coffee table, just kind of chilling
Hey,
out,
man.
watching Star Wars.
That's great. That's just need a bowl of popcorn and an ice cold beer.
He's got some snacks set up on that table.
So he deployed P59, and then he's just going to move him over there anyway.
Yeah. Lenny doesn't really need to do anything at this point. Kyle's got 4 cards left. It's just a matter of...
and since Darkside finished or started this game, I wonder if this will be the last turn for Lightside, because they got to be close to...
looking at about 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, somewhere in that range. I mean, he can drain in space. Lenny will, lose a card or two, but I'm sure he's way ahead on totals.
And then he's going to battle against Snoke, the Trooper, and P59. Pretty sure.
Yep.
P59 can shoot. It's a hard hit. That's not going to do it. Poe Dameron, not a good draw, Destiny. It's just a 2. He's going to close call it. No, he's not going to close call it. I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point.
And Lenny's draw of a 5 for Battle Destiny.
Yep, the Trooper goes away. But
okay, there's a handshake.
They're
I'm
gonna
pretty sure
call it.
Kyle's just going to concede it there because he's not going to do enough. So Lenny, I mean, we're not doing diff, but it looks like Lenny won by about 10 cards or so.
Yep, I think if he had cleared him in space a turn or two earlier, if Anakin had been that other pilot up there, I
Then he
think
could've-
Kyle could have won.
Because then you could have been getting a couple drains through, and
Yeah, he'd have gotten a few more drains through. Plus, he also then
maybe
would have
could
had.
move over to the Starkiller base and drain over there or something too. Like,
He could have moved. He could have split his ships up. He could have landed one of the ships and had more characters on the ground. Because then Lenny kept moving guys up and reinforcing, and
Yeah.
that kind of dragged it out a little bit. So I think that was the point Kyle missed, and then possibly something with the flight suit as well. If
yeah, maybe I'll ask them about that.
But
So, all right. So that first game went to Lenny. Lenny starting off on a good spot. He is the defending Endor champ, so looking to keep his title in his pocket there. So yeah, we'll get some pairings up for the next round and bring y'all the next game here as soon as we can. I'm gonna hit stop the recording so we can get this loaded up onto the YouTube page easier.
excellent.
Yes. That was tough. We got Kyle here. Kyle,
I forgot close call one turn, but other than that,
there was the flight
I
suit.
forgot flight suit.
Right, flight suit to cancel the close call.
I remember the next time.
Yeah, 'cause we were wondering about that. And then there
My
was
opening
one.
hand was not good. I had like 2 locations. I had Ray.
And then Lenny's deck is so fast, also.
It's very fast.
So
He choked me a little.
yeah, with converting the
Started to come
Jakku.
back, started to get on the table, but it was too late.
Yeah.
Especially time was running out.
We were wondering if in the big space battle, if maybe you had deployed Anakin to add 1 to each of those.
It was too expensive.
Still too
I
expensive.
thought
That's
about
kind of what
it,
I was wondering. Yeah.
And there was a point where I could have done it, and it would have been. I would have done exactly 15 would have been my battle destiny, and he had 15 forfeit.
Yeah. So it was like you needed to get to 16 to be able to get the finalizer out of space.
And then spin for one of the draws, but then if I draw 3/3, it's not good enough.
Yeah. Because we were wondering if you could have cleared the finalizer 1 turn earlier, get a couple more drains, maybe split your ships.
That's what I was hoping to do.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, what did it end up being? Like about 10 cards, 8 cards?
About that. We
Yeah.
didn't count.
Obviously, yeah. It's
He came over and called time, and there was no conceivable way.
yeah. We were looking at what your options